76 right now, 8:38. Let's go to check in with Kat Neville from Feast Magazine, sponsored by 706 DeMunn in Clayton. Call them at 725-8585 or their website, jimmyscafe.com. Every Sunday and Monday, Jimmy features a 3-course menu for $25 in addition to their full menu from 4 to 9. jimmyscafe.com is the website, 725-8585. Good morning, Kat Neville.
Good morning.
Say hi to Aaron O'Neill.
Hi, Aaron O'Neill.
Hi, Kat. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
You know, her husband's nickname is Cat.
So you said Cat, and I looked around for my husband.
How did he get that nickname?
Jimmy the Cat Hayes from the radio station, and it really doesn't have much meaning, but...
Because mine's short for Catherine.
Oh, okay.
So my parents still call me Kathy. You know, I don't care what anybody calls me.
Kathy.
Yeah, but I like... Cat is short and sweet.
All right. So Jim Hayes, you have no idea how
No, I know how, but...
you can't say it on the radio.
No, it's not really anything that interesting. But Tim McKernan's dad had a friend, I think it was John or something, and they called him John the Cat. So when Jim came on one day, he just happened to call him Jimmy the Cat, and it's one of those things that just stuck. Doesn't have any deep meaning.
Well, it's fun to say Jimmy the Cat.
Jimmy the Cat, yeah. It's a lame story, but it rolls off the tongue better than Aaron O'Neill Hayes.
Oh, you know what? And people ask me if I call him the Cat, and I said, just to mock. I'm like, I know you're the cat, but it's trash day, and you got to take the trash.
Do you have a cat?
Two.
What are the names of your cats?
Rudy and Allie.
Aww.
They're sisters.
Very
they're
nice.
sisters. I got one, and I went back the next day and got her sister because I felt bad. You know,
sure.
And they hate each other. We have them separated in the house on different floors.
Sounds like my sisters.
That's why I have one child, because I thought if I get another one, they're only going to hate each other anyway, so why torture myself?
All right, Kat Neville, let's get right to a couple of restaurants.
All right, so the first one is not really a restaurant. So Kelly Spencer launched a business called The Social Affair, and it offers catering and classes, and it's at the station, which is located in the Shaw neighborhood at 2232 Thurman. And so what they offer at the station is prepared foods. They have essentially kind of this really charming market area when you walk into the building, which, by the way, received a landmark award for the rehab that they did. It was a gas station, and which is why it's called the station.
Right.
And she did all of this work. She oversaw all of the work herself, and they had all of this abatement they had to do because of all of the toxins underneath the ground and all of this kind of stuff, and it's absolutely beautiful. So off to the right of that market area where you can get all these wonderful prepared foods is this huge open kitchen with this massive marble slab and big, stoves. And so she teaches cooking classes there, and she allows people to rent it for events. But what's really great is that, Monday through Friday, you can pop in, as well as on Saturdays from 9 to 1, you can pop into the market and get these great prepared foods. And the menu changes all the time. Kelly is from Alabama, so she has this kind of southern spin to a lot of her food. She has pimento cheese, which if you've never had pimento cheese, you have to have. Have you had pimento cheese?
I've never had pimento cheese.
I like any cheese, so I'm sure
awesome.
I would love it.
So it's this southern specialty that is a mixture of cream sauce, along with grated cheddar cheese, some Worcestershire sauce, then pimentos, which are obviously roasted red peppers, and garlic, and then you spread it on these crostinis that she makes, and it's absolutely decadent and wonderful and delicious. And she also has this maple glazed smoked salmon spread that you can put on the crostini. She changes out the entrees that she offers all the time. The night that I was in, I picked up some shrimp and grits that was served with cheesy, this wonderful shrimp and bacon served with these wonderful cheesy grits, and then there was this pork loin with coconut rice. And so what she does, everything comes in containers, and if it's meant to be reheated, then it has the reheating instructions on the container. So you take off the plastic lid, you put your you put your tin foil on it at home, pop it in the oven for 15, 20 minutes, and you're good to go.
That's how I live.
It's wonderful.
It's
she has salads to go, and she's right by the garden, which, as you know, it's the Whitaker Musical Festival right now, so you can go in and grab a big prepared food picnic basket. And this is the best part. She has these mason jars full of alcohol-free mixers that are made with fresh juices and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to make a margarita, she gives you this mason jar full of all the stuff except for the tequila. So you just pour the tequila in when you get to the garden.
First of all, this woman is
Kelly.
Kelly should be given some type of an award.
She was given a landmark award.
She should be given more than that because that gas station was a disaster.
Absolutely. And that's why she got that award.
That corner was awful.
Yes.
It was awful for the last 15 years I've been in town.
Yep.
It's across the street from an apartment complex that if anybody ever does anything, it will be beautiful, but it'll cost a fortune to redo.
And she did an amazing job. It feels very open and friendly and bright, and it really does make it. It's a touchstone for the neighborhood. As you know, you used to live in Shaw, so did I, and there are thousands of people that live in that neighborhood.
It's also perfect because so many people can walk down to the corner station, get your meal, and then bring it back and have a nice...
I love that.
Right, yeah. No, that's a great idea.
Or meet for a girls' night and have like a cooking class. And Kelly could not be nicer. I mean, she's just the most open and friendly woman. So, I mean, pop in and get to meet her. I mean, and seriously, the next time you go to the garden, go by and grab one of those baskets. It's great.
All right, so it's called The Station, 2232 Thurman.
Yeah.
And the social affair is what? What's that?
That's like the catering company. So she does do catering, and so But
you find her at the station.
Yes.
Find her online at the station. We'll get the website here in a second, but it's 2232 Thurman, right there in the Shaw neighborhood.
Yes.
All right. What's number 2?
Number 2. It's the barbecue explosion. I mean, right now, everybody is into barbecue. And so Tom Schmidt, who owns the beloved restaurant Franco, which is right by Soulard Market, he used to run Nico, which was in the Loop, and the address 6525 Delmar, so in the Loop right there. And he decided to change the type of restaurant he was running in that space. And so just a couple of weeks ago, he shut down, redesigned the interior, redid the entire menu, and he reopened as Salt and Smoke. But it's written out as Salt plus sign Smoke, just so you know.
Salt sign?
Salt and Smoke.
Salt and Smoke. But
the logo is a salt and then a plus sign.
Oh, okay.
Smoke,
okay.
If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
And so his tag is barbecue, bourbon, and beer. And, you know, I had a chance to go. And what's so fun is you're walking down Delmar and all of a sudden you get this, you smell, you know, like this wood fire. And you don't know where it's coming from because you're in the middle of Delmar.
Right.
And then you realize that it's coming from Salt and Smoke. And you go in. It's a really charming, very open interior with big windows that look out onto the street so you can watch the hustle and bustle of what's happening on Delmar. And the food, again, kind of like what Kelly's doing at the station, at the social affair, it has a southern spin, obviously, because it's barbecue. So they do brisket and ribs and pulled pork and chicken and all that kind of stuff. But they also are doing fried house-made pickles with a flaxseed mayo. They do this. They do burnt end toasted ravs. So they're kind of the smoked wings. They do a lot of. They serve popovers with their barbecue platters, and you can also get them on the appetizer list. And if you've never had a popover before, it's this. It's not a roll. When you get it, it looks like it's this big roll, but when you break it open, it's this kind of eggy dough that as it bakes, it rises up super high and it essentially puffs. And so the interior is kind of empty and you can slather all this wonderful butter into it. They have this great smoked mushroom salad on the menu where they smoke the mushrooms, obviously, which kind of lends this really kind of nice nuance to the salad. And it has like little fried chickpeas in there and shaved red onion and really great greens. And it's just this really lovely, just kind of light take on a salad that has that smokiness that you want from something in a barbecue restaurant. And then they have a bunch of different sandwiches, like a pulled pork sandwich, a BLT, but they have this fried jalapeno and cheddar bologna sandwich with chow chow. Yes, I am not kidding. And grain mustard on this like big fluffy bun, and you should get that.
It's delicious.
It's delicious, and you should get it with their barbecued sweet potato chips. Delicious, like house made. So the I love sweet potato chips, but the kind of spice rub that they put on top of their chips, it has like cinnamon and nutmeg and all this great stuff in it. Salty, obviously. So good stuff.
I was in New York this past weekend.
Oh, what'd you do in New York?
I was at Talk Radio Convention. A bunch of blowhards were talking. So
It is talk radio.
It is talk
They
radio.
can't imagine you'd find that there. Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of listening
Yeah,
going on.
wallflowers really don't do well on talk radio.
But so I was walking the streets of New York, and I realized that one way to make $1 million is to take one of the great restaurants here in St. Louis, take one of the great barbecue joints, and just open it up in downtown New York City.
Well, what do you think that Shake Shack is? Danny Meyer's Shake Shack is essentially an ode to Steak and Shake courtesy, like not courtesy, but Carl's, those type of Midwest. I mean, he's from St. Louis, and then they could serve concretes. I mean, yes, when you take that Midwest approachable, this is what you really crave when you want, something good. Absolutely right.
I mean, you could open up a barbecue. You do barbecue to New York people. They're like, what? And all you have to do is show them.
But they do. So Danny Meyer, again, he does Blue Smoke. And I think I talked about this a few weeks ago, but Mike Mills of 17th Street was the consultant on that project. And Blue Smoke is massive. They just had the Big Apple, I think it's called the Big Apple barbecue. It was a massive barbecue competition in the streets of New York. It was maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
And he won, or he did?
I don't know who won. But I know Pappy's was there competing, and
okay.
17th Street was there. So trust me,
Yeah.
New Yorkers, Americans in general, love their barbecue.
Okay, good. All right, good. All right, what's going on with Feast Magazine?
I'm actually headed to Kansas City this evening to meet some folks over there. We're putting all the puzzle pieces together in order to do our big expansion. Very exciting. But we just sent the July issue to press, so it will be coming out this Friday. And Feast TV will be airing not this weekend but next weekend. So all of this stuff is
going on
in the pipeline.
When you say expansion into Kansas City, we've talked about this before. The magazine is it going to be a Kansas City version?
No. So what we're doing is we are expanding to be a regional magazine. So much of the story of food that we tell is regional. When we talk about brewers, when we talk about farmers, when we talk about cheesemakers, all these folks don't just have, a tiny footprint. This, the story of our food is very, very broad. And so we will, beginning in October, we are going from 70,000 to 150,000 copies. We're going to be upping our distribution in St. Louis to 80,000. We will be distributing 50,000 hard copies in Kansas City, 20,000 in the middle. But we're not going to be just a state publication. This is where we're doing our first phase of the hard copy expansion. So
Gotcha.
Beyond that, we are going to be covering what's happening in the Midwest. We're not losing our focus on St. Louis. I mean, St. Louis is the heart and the hub of what we do, but we are expanding that conversation. So that's happening in October.
I hope to goodness you're enjoying some of this.
I love it. Are you
Can you
kidding?
imagine?
This was the plan from the beginning, and I am so thrilled to be doing it.
We are thrilled to be a part of the little piece of FeastCom. That's all I got to say.
Yes.
Kat, good to see you. We'll see you down the road.
All right.
Bertarelli Cutlery sponsors Kat Neville and Feast Magazine and FeastSTL.com. They're keeping St. Louis sharp since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for knife and tool sharpening, along with all of your kitchen supplies. Visit them at 1927 Marconi on the Hill or at